No vídeo de hoje, você vai praticar gramática básica de inglês de forma natural, como se estivesse em uma aula real. Vamos simular uma conversa com um professor, onde você aprenderá regras essenciais enquanto pratica a fala. Essa é uma ótima maneira de reforçar conceitos importantes e melhorar sua fluência em inglês. Então, prepare-se para essa aula interativa e vamos começar. Do you know the difference between do and does? Yes, we use do with I, you, we, and they, and does with he, she, and it. Can you give me an example? Sure. Do they like pizza? And does she like coffee? Great. And when do we use did? We use did for the past, with all subjects. Can you give me an example with did? Yes. Did you study yesterday? And did she call you? Perfect. Now let's talk about there is and there are. Great. We use there is for singular and there are for plural. Exactly. Can you give me examples? Sure. There is a book on the table, and there are 2 cats in the garden. Very good. Do you know when to use some and any? Yes. We use some in affirmative sentences and any in negatives and questions. That's correct. Can you give me an example? Sure. I have some apples, and I don't have any sugar. Great. Now let's talk about comparatives. How do we form them? We add for short adjectives and use more for long ones. Good. Can you give me an example of each? Sure. This book is bigger than that one, and this movie is more interesting. Nice. And what about superlatives? We use est for short ones and the most for long ones. Can you give me an example with superlatives? Yes. This is the tallest building, and this is the most important rule. Excellent. Now let's talk about going to. What is it used for? It is used to talk about future plans. Right. Can you give me an example? Sure. I'm going to travel next month. Very good. Now what is the difference between will and going to? We use will for instant decisions and going to for plans. That's right. Can you make a sentence using will? Yes, I think it will rain tomorrow. Great job. Now let's practice conditionals. Do you know the first conditional? Yes, if the condition is true, the result happens. Good. Can you give me an example of the first conditional? Yes. If it rains, I will stay home. Excellent. What about the second conditional? We use it for hypothetical situations with would. Nice. Can you give me an example of the second conditional? Yes. If I won the lottery, I would travel the world.